Is this a scam? Run by Ben Yarrow, Marks Out of Tenancy Limited, marksoutoftenancy.com. 1.8 star score on Google reviews. Poor/100% bad score on Trustpilot. 1 star score on Glassdoor. Hear about this one-man band and problems with his company Ben Yarrow of Marks Out of Tenancy Limited. This video has been made to help landlords who have been reviewed, reveal how badly Yarrow runs his companies and show scathing reviews about him and the business this guy one-man band operation has been trying for around 4 years to make his website succeed, but it still fails to generate significant, useful content despite receiving UK taxpayers' money. Enquiries, BJ Investigations email address, first.surname@marksoutoftenancy.com, then B. all@marksoutoftenancy.com. Email addresses listed on his website are received by only him, as he is the sole paid employee despite claims to the contrary. One-man band outfit, politics, left, Corbynite Labour, religion, Jehovah's Witness family, estranged after leaving home aged 16. Benjamin Yarrow makes money by encouraging tenants to write reviews on his website. Even if they are exaggerated or untrue, he then doesn't remove reviews after they are complained about. Even if the contents of reviews cannot be proven, he's launched a new website called Tuxeco UK, which again just collects data from elsewhere and at no cost and then regurgitates it as a must-have service for a price. We will be uploading more videos, more websites and more material about Yarrow until he stops breaking the law. Problems with his companies. Our findings are based on facts supplied by the UK government's Companies House organisation and website, which can be verified at https://find-and-update.company. Information Service Gov. Yarrow was invited to respond and we would have published his response, but he ignored our request. Instead, he has attempted to remove publication of our findings, which is ironic as he requires landlords to contact him directly to consider removal requests, which are usually denied. Response from Companies House: it is a criminal offence not to deliver statutory documents on time. We are currently considering what course of action to take with the company. 4 companies, 2 active for accounts filed late, 1 incompetent company director. Marks Out of Tenancy Limited active. Benjamin Yarrow is the only person with significant control, director and secretary. This is why he is widely ridiculed across many websites as being a one-man band. We have investigated why for 2 years running the company had a compulsory strike-off issued by Companies House. Companies House gave notice of a compulsory strike-off on the 3rd of April 2018 after missing the deadline to file accounts. Yarrow had 9 months. Unlike his previous company where he let it get struck off by never filing the accounts due, he then submitted accounts on the 20th of April 2018 and this discontinued the compulsory strike-off action, and again, Companies House gave notice of a compulsory strike-off on the 2nd of April 2019 when Yarrow failed to file accounts once again, the 3rd time in as many years. See struck-off company below. He submitted accounts on the 27th of March 2019 and this discontinued the compulsory strike-off action. Gov UK states failure to deliver accounts on time is a criminal offence. Yarrow twice failed to meet his legal obligations by not filing accounts on time. Directors and secretaries are ultimately responsible for filing on time and cannot use the excuse that their accountant failed to submit it on time. We will look at what prosecution options exist for any criminal offence that may have been committed. Stakeholders must take note before considering dealing with Yarrow and his company. The penalty for late filing later than 3 months is £750 and if later than 6 months it is £1,500, doubled if accounts are late 2 years in a row, which they were for this company. We will be asking Companies House whether the penalties were applied and paid and pressing Companies House for action to be taken, if it hasn't already. Tanaka 23 Limited dissolved via compulsory strike-off. Company ended on the 29th of May 2018. Yarrow was the only person with significant control, director and secretary. We have investigated why accounts made up to the 31st of December 2016 were never submitted to Companies House. It is our understanding that in the 3 years of the company being active, only one set of accounts were filed. Own Projects Limited active. Both the most recent account and confirmation statement are overdue at the time of writing. This is a criminal offence. The 2019 confirmation statement was also late by 3 months and was only filed when Companies House issued compulsory strike-off action. Criticism likes to have landlords reviewed. Let's find out what people think of him and his website with reviews from around the web and sent in to us. Reviews about Ben Yero. He felt bullied by this man by the way he replies and not giving me a chance to defend myself in the reviews. I feel he is an awful and mean man. I wonder if he wishes he could be successful enough to be a landlord himself and runs the site because he is bitter he can't. Dorian H. The 23rd of November 2019. This guy did the rounds of the landlord meetings in Bristol a couple of years ago hawking his product. At that time any tenant could leave a review and there was no right to reply for the landlord. When challenged as to the moderation process, the owner claimed it was all done automatically, yet a quick search of the reviews revealed that it was peppered with defamation, personal attacks and clearly unsubstantiated nonsense. He was laughed out of the room. Ash, the 18th of December 2020. If the owner of this website has personal information about a landlord on his her website without the landlord's consent, then it is in breach of the GDPR. The fact that the site owner thinks it is in the public interest has no bearing on it. The website owner may be able to say the website is a purely personal activity with no connection to a commercial activity and so is exempt from the GDPR. I would suggest any landlord asks them to remove it and then report the website to ICO and see if the complaint is upheld. Section 20Z, the 16th of December 2020. Common misconception that libel is only for the rich and people who host sites and responsible for postings. These days there are no win, no fee defamation lawyers who will happily take a strong case and the onus is on the poster to prove it's true. The main obstacle is if the culprit has assets. This Ben Yarrow sounds like a loser who doesn't have 2 bob to his name, in which case no lawyer will take it on a contingency basis. So first step is find his address and if he owns his house. Landlord Man, the 16th of December 2020. I wouldn't worry too much about his website. His FB page hasn't had a post for months and looks like it will die a painfully slow death over the coming months. If his website and FB page aren't rammed during COVID, then they never will be. TP. Finally got a response which was a rude reply. This website is very inaccurate. Looks like a one-man band job who replies back in the evening after finishing their full-time job. No contact number on the side either. I mean, how can you allow false reviews? It's incredible. Reviews about the company. Neil P. The 13th of November 2019. I have not had time to check how they will or are covering the GDPR issue. But if a landlord has been falsely referenced, I would report it to the ICO immediately, as there is no way this would be compliant. TP. I have been notified by a friend that a review has been left for my property which I rent out. A negative review has been left, however this is the funny side of it. My daughter rents the 1-bedroom property out whilst she is at university. This property has not been rented out to any of else as it's a new build. My daughter is the first person to reside in my apartment. I then approached this company and was completely ignored for weeks. The 17th of December 2020. If personal data is held about you without your consent, then I'd just file a complaint with ICO because I'm sure they'd be in breach of data privacy laws. Simon W. The 13th of November 2019. I think this website has actually been going for a couple of years now and attempts have been made by various bodies, including the BBC and Guardian, to big it up as the next trip advisor or some such. The reality is very different. For example, in Cambridge, which will have thousands of properties for rent, just 10 are reviewed on the site, and in the vast metropolis of London just 87. Even if those numbers were to double on an annual basis, it would be insignificant. The 15th of June 2017, their accounts are 5+ months overdue with Companies House. Clearly great at admin. Ash, the 18th of December 2020. I had never heard of the site but have had a look and checked. I wasn't on it. If I do appear on it, I will be going straight to the ICO after asking them to take it down. TP. This is an awful review site. They have no contact number on their website. Digging deeper into the company is based in Bristol. Looks like it's a one-man band. ENN, the operators of the site need to watch out for false defamatory reviews. What a load of garbage. Expanding to America, how about they expand to London first? These guys are delusional. This is a poor man's radar agent LLZ. The 16th of December 2020, try contacting the supporting host for the site, Amazon Web Services hosting server, and get it removed. That way flashed back 1966. The 17th of December 2020. What about the right to be forgotten or right to erasure? I found useful information on https://www.bretwilson.co.uk/services/defamation-privacy-harassment/misuse-of-f-private-information/the-right-to-hear-be-7. The 18th of December 2020, report the website to the ICO. Embarrassing matters in a further blow, showing how useless people think his website is, when it was listed, littered with spelling mistakes, on crowdfunding website Indiegogo trying to raise £20,000. It managed to achieve the grand total of £69 from apparently 5 backers when you look at the actual number claimed shown in the detail section. Amongst the ludicrous things they wanted to charge for, £3 to receive a newsletter, 100 to tell their developers how to make the site better, 250 to go to a launch party. We think a wake is more fitting. Tenants at risk. Your data is stored by the company. If you use fake details or don't provide full info about you, then your review will be removed anyway. You are not posting anonymously. Landlords can easily work out who you are from dates and rent paid, as well as the content of the review. You can then be traced even if you did not provide a forwarding address. Legal action can be taken for the comments you make. Landlords can and will publish information and reviews about you too, including problems they have with you, and you will find it harder to get accommodation when landlords and agencies perform checks. Prospective employers, friends and partners will also find information about you when they Google search your name. Landlords usually store a copy of your ID for compliance reasons that might be shared if applicable to you are money problems, non-payment of rent, alcohol, drug abuse, and pleasant to live with, dirty, rude, difficult to deal with, not a team player, dishonest, etc. 2. It appears Yarrow is up to his same old tricks and harvesting data he takes from elsewhere, trying to make a business of it. More info to follow. Contact for support or to report suspected rogue activities. Bija Investigation at gmail.com.